Everybody, this is Regents Review homework number 3. All right, the graph below was created by a grocery store. All right, first let's check out what it is comparing. Our cost in dollars versus the number of pineapples. All right, and which statement can be justified using the graph. If 4 pineapples were purchased, $10 was paid. So we're going to $4 up, and only $8 was paid. So that's not correct. Okay, next up, for every pineapple bought, $2 is spent. So for 1 pineapple, it should be $2. 2 pineapples should be $4. 3 pineapples should be $6. Yep, that one works. But let's just go through. If $14 was paid, 9 pineapples were purchased, so $14 go across. That should be 9 according to that statement, but it's not, so that one's not true. And finally, I really want to point out this one here. If $0 were spent on pineapples, no pineapples were eaten. We're talking about number of pineapples, not how much was eaten. So that one for sure is not the right answer. So in this case, it is number 2. Milton has his money invested in a stock portfolio. The value of his portfolio can be modeled with the function v of x, where x is the number of years since he made an investment. All right, this is a percent change type of questions. Okay, first off, is this growth or decay? Okay, well, our scale factor is 0.78, which we change that to a percent is 78%. Is this above or below 100, and by how much? And it is below 100 by 22%. Okay, so this would be a decrease of 22% each year. Number 3, the table shows the cost of a Big Mac through the years. During which time interval is the greatest average rate of change? All right, so what you want to do here is for each answer choice, you need to make a mini table. All right, I'm going to only do the first one with you, 2008 to 2010. All right, and that's 2.2 and 2.65. Remember that average rate of change is the slope between these 2 points. So now you need to find the slope. So 2.65 minus 2.20 over 2010 minus 2008. Okay, go through right now and calculate each of these out. All right, and we'll do that right now too. All right, this first one is 0.225. The next one is 0.425. Make sure you're actually doing these and not just watching me do it. The next one is 0.625. And finally, the last average rate of change is 0.62. Okay, so the one that has the greatest average rate of change is from 2010 to 2012. All right, number 4, the graph of the table is shown, or the graph of y equals f of x is shown. It's a weird looking function, but it's still a function. All right, and it's asking us about transformations. Okay, this one is on the inside, so it is a horizontal change. It does the opposite of what we think, so we want to go right 1. And this one is on the outside. It does exactly what we think. It's a vertical change. This is going to go down 3. So we need to decide which one of these answer choices is going to the right 1 and down 3. And it ends up being answer choice number 2. Okay, use your notes 2.9 for this. Okay, we talked about it in our warm-ups all last week too. 5, John claims that the graph below represents a function. State whether he is correct and justify your answer. Okay, well, we have to see if it passes the vertical line test. Okay, so any vertical line I draw needs to go through only one point. So far it does. When I go here, even though there's these 2 points here, since one is open and one is closed, or one's filled in and one's open, that means they don't actually share the point. So that still passes the vertical line test. So whether John is correct, well, he said it's a function, so he is correct. Remember, you have to state whether he's correct. So John is correct because the graph passes the vertical line test. Oops. Okay. Moving on. Up next is another average speed, another average rate of change. Okay. Now these ones, since we are given their points, all right, I would suggest making a mini table and writing all these coordinates down so you can start finding the slopes between them. All right. It is your job now to find the slopes between all of these because it's asking during which interval, so like 1 to 2, 2 to 4, 4 to 6, 6 to 8, or 8 to 10, which one has the largest interval. All right, pause the video now and make sure you're calculating the slopes between these. All right, and we find that the interval, oops, that's really big. From 1 to 2 hours has the greatest average speed. Okay. And up next, this is should be a very familiar one. It is a linear regression function. So we need to go into stat edit. All right. And actually do these out. Okay. And there's been a typo here. We don't want it to the nearest integer. Do it to the nearest hundredth. All right. So I'm going to put these into my calculator. And I'm going to try and do it really fast so this doesn't get cut off. Angela. Going into stat edit and typing these in. Hopefully this takes you a quicker amount of time because you don't have it on your touch screen. You might have your actual calculator. All right, and we want a linear regression. So we're going to go stat, calc, and number 8 for linear regression. Okay. And then I'm going to calculate it. All right. Oh, and I don't have an R value. Hopefully it doesn't ask me for correlation coefficient, but oh, it does. So let's first answer this question here. Okay. We need f of x equals, and then our starting value is a, and we want to round it to the nearest hundredth, so 0.40 plus 0.10x, okay, because 0.097 would round up to 0.10. Okay. Now, to get correlation coefficient, we need to go into mode and turn on stat